Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks have once again been disrespected by the media outside of one guy on TV, and we have to talk about this. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here, and we are going to jump right into things today, as we always do, because Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks were just disrespected by the media by former NBA assistant coach and WNBA coach Becky Hammon. And here's what she had to say about the New York Knicks. They're not getting into that tier. They don't have the personnel. They don't have the manpower. They're a pretty good team, but at the end of the day, they don't have a dude. You gotta have a 1A dude. And Kendrick Perkins, who has talked up the Knicks consistently over the last year and a half, said back, they do have that dude, Jaylen Brunson. Hammond said, nah, he's too small. If your best player is small, you're not winning. John Stockton, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, you can go down the list. Steph Curry, he's in a different class. Well, first of all, yes, Steph Curry is in a different class from all the guys that you just named. But just to look at this again for the names, John Stockton, Allen Iverson, and Steve Nash. Okay, well, the Phoenix Suns did everything wrong with Steve Nash. Literally everything they could have done wrong, they did wrong. John Stockton happened to play in the same era as Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, who not only had the best player in the NBA and at the very worst, the second greatest player to ever play basketball, they also had the best team in the NBA, a team that almost went to the NBA Finals without Michael Jordan because they were just that good. And then there's Allen Iverson, who was on a terrible 76ers team, dragged them to the finals, and played against Shaq, Kobe, and a three-peat Lakers team, or a Lakers team that would go on to three-peat, starting with that year. It's a bad example. That's just bad examples. And when you look at it, I don't understand why you have to disrespect Jalen Brunson and other players and just to say the Knicks don't have the personnel. Look, we're not saying that Jalen Brunson is as good as Joel Embiid, Giannis, or Jason Tatum. No one's saying that. So why do we have to keep bringing this up time and time again, especially when Jalen Brunson is a tremendous player? Look at his stats this season. 25.3 points per game, 6 assists per game, 3 three-pointers made per game, almost 46% from 3. The first player with 25 plus points, 45 plus % from 3-point on 5 plus 3-pointers taken in a season since the unanimous MVP Steph Curry season. Just to show you this again, Steph Curry, he's in a different class. Seems like Jalen Brunson's pretty close to that class, don't it? Those stats make things look pretty good for Jalen Brunson. Why do we have to always say whenever talking about Jalen Brunson, and I've done this in the past too, well, he's not as good as him. He's not as good as him. Jalen Brunson, he's not Steph Curry. We know. None of us think that Jalen Brunson's as good as Steph Curry. None of us. None of us are saying, oh, Jalen Brunson, far better than Jason Tatum. Oh, Jalen Brunson should have won MVP over Joel Embiid. No, we're not saying that. None of us are saying that. Why does ESPN have to keep bringing this up? We understand that Jalen Brunson is not the greatest player in the NBA's history. None of us think that. However, Kendrick Perkins is not wrong that Jalen Brunson is damn near that dude because he is having the best season of his career, not to mention that Julius Randle is having the best season of his career, not to mention Mitchell Robinson was having the best season of his career and is now injured. I don't get it, guys. If you look right here, Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle have both went up in their 2K ratings. So is Dante DiVincenzo, then RJ and quickly went down a few. But Jalen Brunson's just getting his 2K respect. Why is he at 89? He's balling out. Why is Julius Randle at 85? He's balling out. The whole world is disrespecting the Knicks because the Knicks had 7 or 8 straight years where they were not good. And because of that, that still carries over to now because people made so much money doing the Knicks for clicks. Hey, guess what? The Knicks suck. No, they really don't. That's why they were in the second round of the playoffs. That's why they almost beat the Eastern Conference team that went to the NBA Finals. That's why Jalen Brunson averaged 30 points per game on a team that went to the NBA Finals built off defense. Jalen Brunson is damn near that guy. He can easily be the second best player on a championship team. I don't care if you don't agree. Argue with your screen all you want. Because he can be the second best player on a championship team. And he's getting close to being the best player on a championship team. I think if the Knicks built a good enough team, for instance, got someone like Mikal Bridges and had an 04 Pistons vibe, the way that Chauncey Billups did, then yeah, Jaylen Brunson can be the best player on a championship team. Let's stop acting like the top of the Eastern Conference is so perfect. Like the Boston Celtics, like they would be just fine if Porzingis got injured. They would be fine. Of course. And like the Milwaukee Bucks, like they have good perimeter defense. No, they don't. These things are not true. Guys, they're lies. They're lies that people are telling because the Bucks and the Celtics have these big names in Giannis and Jason Tatum. And sure, the Knicks have never won against the Bucks or the Celtics this season. They're 16-5 when they don't play those two teams, guys. They're really good. The Knicks are a really good team. And they're led by Jaylen Brunson. And yeah, they even beat those two teams so far into the season. The Knicks are about to play the Bucks twice. When this video comes out, it's probably going to be the day that they are playing the Bucks for the first time. Or maybe it'll be December 22nd, the day before they play the Bucks. Whatever happens, we know that the Knicks are about to get two chances at the Bucks at home. And yeah, if they lose both those games, then maybe it's time to be concerned. But let's not act like Jaylen Brunson is not that dude when he's doing great things. And shout out to Kendrick Perkins, who said, what's the furthest Donovan Mitchell has gone? Wendy said the second round of the playoffs. Perk responded, Jaylen Brunson has been to the Western Conference Finals. I don't care if it was with Luka Doncic. You saw Jaylen Brunson lead the Dallas Mavericks to beating the Utah Jazz that season. Then turn around. Him and Donovan are now in the Eastern Conference, and Jaylen Brunson up and did it again. Jaylen Brunson's that dude. So let's stop this nonsense. Let's stop this Jaylen Brunson is great. But is he him? Is he this guy? Is he this guy? Is he Jason Tatum? Is he Giannis? Is he Joel Embiid? No, he's not. Is there any point guard in the Eastern Conference right now who you can say for certain is better than Jaylen Brunson? You can't. Sure, Tyrese Halliburton is a great argument because he's averaging 24 and 11. That's a pretty good argument, but he's never seen the playoffs, so it's kind of hard to pick him. Brunson's having a better season than Damian Lillard. Again, you don't agree, argue with the screen. Or argue with me in the comments. I am going to check the comments. And then there's who? Trae Young? No. And Trae Young's playing really well right now, but still no. He's not Jaylen Brunson. Jaylen Brunson's leading his teams farther than any of these guys I'm naming. Donovan Mitchell's not a point guard, but same deal. Jaylen Brunson's led his teams farther before. He'll do it again. He's beaten Donovan Mitchell twice. He's 2-0 against Donovan Mitchell. What do you think Jaylen Brunson thinks in his head if someone asks him, are you better than Donovan Mitchell? He's like, who's won in the playoffs twice against him? Who hasn't beat the other one in the playoffs at all? Jaylen Brunson is better. Jaylen Brunson is, if not in the top 15 NBA players, he is damn near cracking it. He's getting remarkably close to a top 10 NBA player. And people are going to think I'm biased, but this is just the truth. Look at him play. He's shooting 46% from three, shooting over 5 attempts per game. The only person who was doing that is the best shooters in the world, and period. And then putting up these numbers. These Steph Curry-esque numbers from when Steph was the unanimous MVP. Brunson is balling out. He is absolutely balling out. Look at this. Most threes on 45+% three-point percentage this season. 81, Jaylen Brunson. 72, Malik Beasley, spot-up shooter. 51, Norman Powell, spot-up shooter. 50, Kevin Durant. Spot-up shooter. No, I'm kidding. Kevin Durant's great. I just want to say that. But no, for real, Jaylen Brunson is absolutely that dude. And I don't see why people keep saying the Knicks don't have that guy. They should go trade for Donovan Mitchell when you have Jaylen Brunson, who is better than him. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't add up, guys. And here's what Kendrick Perkins said last season. They have the pieces, they have the centers, and they have the identity. And we know that they have Tom Thibodeau, who's going to be prepared. I got the Knicks winning that series in 6, to be honest with you. Want to know what series that was? Against Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs. Kendrick Perkins predicted the Knicks would make the second round of the playoffs. Look at that, February 9th, 2023, before the playoffs even started. Shout out Kendrick Perkins for always standing on business in New York. Carry the hell on. Have a great day. Comment below. Jaylen Brunson is him. Is he a top 15 player? I think so. Have a great day, guys. Let me know below. Be sure to check the comments. Go Knicks.